What can I do for you, sir?
Mrs. Sanders, I'm a private detective. We must talk about your husband and his ties to Sarah Hawkins. Can I come in?
You may. However, before we go any further, please know that my husband died yesterday.
That is precisely what brings me here.
Well, well, look who's here. You know each other.
We met briefly. Time enough to iron out a few matters. The main thing is that we understood one another. The brave detective has a talent for sticking his nose into my business.
I bump into her every time I'm investigating someone's death.
It's a small island, Detective. My island. It's better that it's you bumping into me.
You're investigating Francis' death. Why? Who hired you?
I spoke to Francis before he died. His story suggests a link to a case I'm working on.
Well, since this business has got nothing to do with me, I'll be in your husband's office, Irene. We'll carry on later.
Very well, Miss Baker. This way, Mr. Pierce. And do make yourself comfortable. It would seem that you have much to tell me. May I inquire as to when you had the opportunity to talk to my husband?
Yesterday. I met him at the hospital. He spoke to me about Sarah Hawkins.
Oh, of course he spoke to you about her. That's all he talked about. Sarah Hawkins and her paintings. Please forgive my tone. The fact is that I have not been allowed to see him since he was interned. You, on the other hand, a perfect stranger, were able to see him and even talk with him the day he died. How was he? Were you present when he had this attack? What happened?
What happened to your husband is terrible, Mrs. Sanders. But from what I saw, it was inevitable. The man I met yesterday had lost his reason. He suffers no longer, if you would allow me such a platitude.
Of course. Thank you for your kind words. Nobody in that hospital would have deigned to speak them to me. However, it will require more than that to soothe my mind. I need to understand. How could this happen? In a reputed institute? And right before your eyes. Did you not do anything to help him?
It's terrible what happened to your husband, but I had nothing to do with it. I was injured, and I came across him in the hospital quite by chance.
Injured? Well, I'm delighted to see you in such fine fettle, Detective. Not everybody enjoyed such a prompt recovery.
I suppose Fuller does do miracles now and again.
Luck is obviously very kind to you. Oh, I'm tired, Mr. Pierce. I would be grateful if you could tell me what you expect of me, and then leave.
Did your husband talk to you about Sarah Hawkins' visitor? A Shambler, to use his precise terms.
Well, you can imagine that's all he talked about. It's exhibited at the center of the gallery. No better place for the painting that endowed him with the privilege of such a shameful and miserable end to his life.
Hold on. The Shambler is a painting by Sarah Hawkins.
Who else to paint such horrors? Take a look for yourself, if you feel so inclined.
It is my only lead at this stage. I suppose I have nothing to lose.
Then you have paid no heed. For my part, I refuse to set foot in that gallery again. But if you are so eager to see it...
Thank you, Mrs. Sanders. I won't be long. The day the Shambler came into the Sanders' lives. Francis Sanders and Sarah Hawkins were close. Friends, even? Sanders' accession register. He wrote beside the Shambler. Finally. What did Sarah Hawkins fear so much that she didn't want to sell the painting? A house of artists. A house of artists. He finally won. Was Sanders aware of his imminent doom?
There we go. That's better. I think it's working now. Should be working. Duh! Working microphone. Just needed to restart OBS. There we go. Can you hear me now? Sure you can hear me now, right? Yeah? Cool! Brilliant. I don't know what the hell that was.
She despises Sarah Hawkins, but it's the painting she truly hates. Why?
Because she's not. She's an art critic.
She didn't want Sanders to have the painting. She must have felt devastated.
Hello?
Ah!
Oh. Whoa!
The Shambler. I need to see it.
Dude ripped out his own eyes. What's going on with the shadows? The shadows have gone all weird. What's going on with the shadows? Come up. There we go. Try that. I don't know why they'd gone down to medium. I had this on high. No, they still look shit. Never mind. I don't know what's going on. What do you mean, was that painting moving?
Let's see what this cylinder has to say once it's inserted in a phonograph.
Oh. OBS is cutting out? Seems fine to me. I'm watching it live at the moment. What's cutting out? Is it my microphone or the picture? Oh, I stole my lantern with no fuel in it. Gravy. Oh, I play the piano. Maybe there's a particular order for that.
Did she really care for him after all?
Dear Madam, I acknowledge receipt of the letter in which you demand the body of your deceased husband. I am sorry to inform you that I cannot agree to return his body to you. At the moment of his intern, you signed a discharge allowing me to dispose of the body as I see fit. I extend my deepest condolences to you, Thomas Fuller. Alright, what'd you do? Yeah. Yep. Hey. Nice one, Dawn. Ah, here's the phonograph thingy.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter, except to burn everything. I never had the courage. Pay somebody to do it. He's inside my head. I see him behind my eyelids each time I shut my eyes.
Better now.
I can't take any more. I can't hold him back.
Better, is it? Yeah? Cool.
Forgive me.
That accursed gallery. Those accursed paintings. That accursed Sarah.
I did hear a tune in the background, though. Ah, Beverly of medicine tone. Medicine increased. Okay, we haven't got enough points. 15 available character points. Oh, it's because it's taken away my... Okay, that's weird. Why did it take away my stuff? Hey Raptor, welcome. Psychology. Yes. And then in eloquence. Okay, my sanity is stable apparently, which is good. Yeah, let's try to listen to this again, see if I can get the piano.
Irene, I made a mistake. I fear that it might be too late for me. Nobody should enter.
What do I think of the game so far? I'm actually really enjoying it. It's not as scary as I thought it would be.
Pay somebody to do it.
But it's
inside my head.
It's enjoyable. It's like a mystery game more than it is horror.
Behind my eyelids. Each time I shut my eyes.
Okay. Did you guys hear that in the background?
I can't take any more. I can't hold it back.
So it's... Ah!
Is this dagger part of Sanders' collection, or was he seeking to acquire it?
Did it? Hey Maxine, welcome. So it's a GameStop yesterday. Cool. Don says hello, Maxine. Art and Mysticism, Forgotten Objects is a collection written by Francis Sanders, and here catalogues categorizes objects from all ages and origins that are linked to occult or mystical practices. It's opened at a page of a dagger that bears a symbol that is not unknown to me. Hey. Guess we gained some occultism. Ah, we did. We gained a couple of points in occultism. Nice. No holes to jump into this time, Maxine, I'm afraid. Dawn's getting there. She's still very sore, bless her heart. Very sore. She's currently dressed up in a unicorn onesie with a hot water bottle on her chest. That is also a unicorn as well. She's gone full unicorn mode today. Okay. Hello, cat. You piece of shit.
I could use one of those.
Oh, sleeping pills. Yummy.
A strange Amerindian pendant.
An ancient amulet. Probably Amerindian. I wonder what its purpose could be. I don't know. Whale and the cod. Yummy.
Strange. For months, Sarah Hawkins refused to part with her painting, to finally give it away for nothing.
Dear Francis, I beg you to give up all ever owing this accursed painting. If our friendship has any meaning for you, please spare me the weight of the guilt. I cannot be the architect of your fall. I beg you, my dear friend, forget the Shambler. Your friend Sarah Hawkins. Yeah, the graphics are not too bad. To say I'm running this on like a medium spec PC as well, it's not bad at all.
An old diary.
Okay. This volume spends some time on Reverend Wickwood's community. His wife expresses her worries about the strange dreams that the Reverend's congregation are having since their arrival on the island. Some members of the community, her husband included, began to speak of the visions as a messenger sent by God. He's scared that they will suffer the same fate as the Lost Tribe. The Lost Tribe, huh? That's interesting. A key! Key to Sanders' gallery. Anything else? Would you read the book? Don't read the book at the moment. This will affect your destiny.
That's twice you've stepped on my toes, Detective.
Whoops!
Try not to make a habit of it.
I've got a lot of bad habits.
Some can be more fatal than others. What have you come looking for in this gallery?
I've got to verify the paintings for a buyer. I'm not here to create problems for you. Okay, we test eloquence? Yeah.
I have a well-off client in Boston who heard about the death of Francis Sanders and wanted me to size up his estate before making an offer to his widow.
Perfect, Detective. The pretext, the body language, I would have bought it if it was the first time I'd seen your face. You're a good talker, Pierce. Your story will do for the moment.
Will it? Okay. Did you see the dagger in this drawing?
I found this drawing of a dagger. Did you come across anything like it in your reading?
No, I don't, Ike.
Perhaps. I saw several daggers in the ledgers. I could always check. What I didn't find, however, was the slightest reason why I should help you, Detective.
I don't need your services. I can manage all on my own, thanks.
Do it then.
Oh, I will. I will. Will I read the book? Let's read the book. Hell yeah. It's a kind of encyclopedia on monstrous and unknown creatures. I'm beginning to believe that they exist. Yeah, you and me both, mate. Whoa. Occultism progression. Oh, we leveled up to level 3 occultism. Oh. Okay, so we've got the key now. Go into the gallery. Oh, look at this freak show. Freak show of random art shit. There's some skull sphinxes. Ooh. I mean, There's a dagger. Am I stabbing something? Oh, hello. Oh, hello there.
These artifacts date from pre-Columbian times.
The lantern makes me feel like it's Amnesia, but it's not the same scare factor. No, it's not. I don't think this game's like out-and-out horror like Amnesia. It's very much a kind of... it's like a mystery story, a detective story, with horror elements. I see the Shambler over there. Not going to it yet. I'm going to explore the gallery. Because I want to look for that dagger. Not that one. That one. Looks similar.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
That's the one.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
Because he likes to shank stuff. Oh, hello there.
The man transformed an entire wing of his manor into an art gallery.
It's Cthulhu Lion. Yeah, I need to find some more oil for my lantern. Still have not found a single bit. Oh, oh! Talking of oil! Oh, lantern! Haha! Yes. I think that's it in terms of like things to investigate. One of these daggers is the correct one though, because it was talking about the dagger. The dagger seems really important, and I wonder if it's got something to do with the Shambler painting. Maybe I have to stab it or something with the correct... Where's my second monitor coming? It was supposed to be coming today. Waited a bloody day for it, and it didn't turn up, so I'm assuming tomorrow. Ah, drawing of a dagger. Far from possessing the talents of Sarah Hawkins, Sanders drew a dagger with a tortured form down to the smallest detail. The guard carries a strange esoteric symbol, a reference featuring his correspondence with Sarah. Okay. I'm pretty sure... I'm paranoid that something's going to happen, you see. And the dagger just seems to be like a... It's not that one, it's this one.
Why was he so interested in old weapons?
That one, okay. Remember where it is. Is this... That's a monster, right? It's going to come out the painting. Okay, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Don't gouge your eyes out there, mate. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, oh. Oh, hello. Is it blind? I think it's blind. Okay. Maybe you just have to be really quiet.
What the hell was that?
Speak to me, matey. Where is it? There, don't look at it. Holy shit. Run! Run! It saw me, didn't it? It saw me, didn't it? Yes, it did! Hi! It saw me and it killed me with the shanky claws. Hello all and welcome. Sorry, I was distracted being shanked in the face. Okay, okay. So it can see.
What the hell was that?
And it's over that way. So we're going to go this way. It's over there, being a dickhead. Pretty sure that dagger is over this way. Where is it? Where the fuck is it?
Damn. This dagger looks different.
I made some noise, I better hide. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is! Hey Kirsty, welcome. Please go away. Bye bye. See you later, mate. See you later. Bye bye. Thanks for stopping by. It's this dagger then, right? I'm gonna stab the painting. I'm gonna stab the painting. I think that's what you have to do. Yes! Get off me, you son of a bitch! Ah. I'm not expanding Mad Game to TikTok. No chance. Okay, that's pretty obvious what I had to do. Do it!
What's the matter with you? You sure you won't be needing that hand? You're losing it, Detective. At this rate, you're right. The bottle will get you before I do.
You didn't see anything.
I saw you within an inch of putting a dagger through your forearm. Did I miss something more interesting?
Yes! The painting was cursed.
Sanders was right. This painting is cursed.
What are you talking about?
I was attacked by a creature. I pushed it back, I think.
I think so too.
You knew about the monster.
You knew. You knew about the beast.
What are you talking about? Think yourself lucky that I saved your hand, even if it was to save my goods.
You mean me?
Don't flatter yourself, sweetheart. I'm talking about the contents of this gallery. And by the way, where do you think you're going with that dagger?
It saved my life. It's an extraordinary dagger.
You should talk to Algernon Drake. He's an antique dealer here on Darkwater.
Right.
He'll tell you all about it. From what I saw in the ledgers, it was him who sold it to Sanders.
And you're giving me this information free of
It's
charge.
not your style to give me free information like that.
Take it as payment for being my canary. A simple trade-off.
Oh.
Now go see your antique seller.
She knew.
I still got things to settle with Irene.
She knew. Chapter 7. The Shambler turned out to be much more than an artwork painted by Sarah Hawkins, as a huge creature came out of the painting to attack Pierce. After a hard fight, the detective managed to send it back into the painting. He later discovered that the dagger he used to repel the creature had been sold to Sanders by a man named Algernon Drake, owner of the nameless bookstore. Pierce decides to pay the library a visit and read some books. Twilight, Chapter 1. Maybe, maybe not. Hopefully not. Let's not ruin this. Let's not ruin the game. We're enjoying it so far. Oh, the guy's dead. He was murdered. There's been a murder. Oh, Mr. Bookstore Man.
Where's the bookseller?
He's dead. Probably.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Oh, hello there. This practical work written by Sigmund Freud for psychologists described the techniques of analytical interpretation of dreams. Analysis must follow several rules, especially that free association, principle announced by Freud at the end of the 19th century, treats dreams as a way of revealing buried desires. I cannot believe this theory is applicable to my nightmares. Yeah. Freud was also into other things, weird things. Oh, Sigmund Freud.
An old diary.
Yes, this is the same, like, diary we saw in the house. The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain he was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head, because it holds the truth. It's Cthulhu! Good old Cthulhu. Okay. It's the Goblet of Fire. Where's Harry Potter? Darkwater History Volume 4. The 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up until then the region was favoured for refuge for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returned to a port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. Ooh. One of Cthulhu's old friends, I reckon. Oh. This place is green and glowy and shit. Darkwater History Volume 2. A Puritan colony, led by Reverend John Widgwood, settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was of the peculiar colour of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. Red documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviours that disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
Well done, Donnie. Did a thing. Ooh, what's this? Will I read the book? Yes.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
The Shambler! The collection of catalogues and classifies creatures that I've never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of travelling from one dimension to another, it presents itself as the reference work of a bestiary of the myth. Without giving details on the mythology to which it refers, its pages are covered with phantasmagorical illustrations. Well, there's the Shambler. I like how it gives me a choice whether I want to know more about... Green and glowy, is that Shrek? It could be. Oh, it was a bottle. Did we see everything? I think we did.
What happened here?
Well, I can see what happened. I probably don't need to enter reconstruction, but I will anyway, just because it tells me to.
Let's start over.
Okay.
Where did they break in from?
Somebody once told me the world was going to roll me.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
A man. A manly man.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Yes, he does. What a douchebag. Anything else? No, we're not going that way, apparently.
What killed all these animals? What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
The massive symbol.
What the... Charles Hawkins?
What?
Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins.
Oh.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Look. Ow!
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
I like how the occultism bit is making everything go a bit ski-wivy.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
When we look into occultism, very weird. It makes the screen go glitchy, which is almost not...
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an
Really
old
weird.
amulet?
Key of Rylith? The key. This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose it was to push back the forces of the Great Old Ones were engraved in its centre. Everything points to this being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor the day of the robbery coincides with the last Hawkins trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Okay.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Yeah, because they all see Cthulhu in their dreams. And he's a bit of a fucking weirdo. Handbook on anatomy and dissection. Lovely. Oh, medicine progress. Sweet. Got any points as well? 2! Okay, we need to... in there. And validate. Yes, please. Oh.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
A page seems to be hidden here. It's possible to read. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that the body of the bones are still in this plane of reality, in order that they were recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she is still of this world. The following message is of capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Huh. Drake is very smart for a rapper, isn't he? Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason. But disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organised chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. My god, this is a long no. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, was to match my intellect to find the combination to the safe, I'd ask that they deliver its contents to the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that's far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you'll find to appreciate the danger this represents, that you will act accordingly. In any event, will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your action. Okay, then. So we need to... Oh, the animals died as a result of the stuff in there. Right. Okay, so we need to go and find... That's a fuckload of books to look at.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
Okay. ISIS unveiled!
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. How many volumes are there in this collection?
A lot, apparently. We need to try and work out the safe combination somehow. Ah.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Okay, so there's the truth in the cylinders, right? Ah, medical tome. Missed that one to start with. Yes. It's a mythic-only dungeon.
Things are not looking good. A kind of chalice.
Thought it was a goblet of fire. Okay. Ah, here we go. Cylinder thingy. Break cylinder 1.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
The Grail.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
Okay.
Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
The goblet chessboard.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
The volume 9 we need to look for. It's the goblet.
The chalice of knowledge.
Okay. The significance of this? Chessboard.
The Queen has little protection.
Maybe that's 4. Because there's 4 white things on there.
The chalice of knowledge.
I'm not sure what that would represent. And volume 9.
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Yeah, here's the Key to Solomon. Volume 9, the Key of Solomon. A book of spells supposedly written by the legendary King Solomon. It contains various rituals of invocation and rituals of curse. Okay. This volume is part of the Arkham edition. Right, so... Okay, so I reckon... this would be... Okay. That'd be 9. I reckon that's 3. Ah! 5. Okay, so I knew those last two, and the 5 was something to do with probably the amount of jewels on the chalice, but I just kind of guessed it. It's a giant book. Cool beans. Means fuck all to me, mate. Uh-oh. It's the Eye of Sauron! It spotted me. Oh god, I've got the ring. I need to take the hobbits to Isengard. Or just make the books go floaty. Well, shit. What the hell's going on? Riverside Institute again? In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin lied inside. Irresistibly attracted to the detective, when he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Okay. Fair enough. Loading screen. Loading screens are slow. Yeah? Brilliant. What was it you had to do then? Just have to find a group of people. Group finder, guild. Come on. Can't take that long to get into an institute, right? Not that much of an issue. We're pretty mental at this point. You see Freddy later on. I'm sure you can.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Regarding the patient...
What can you tell me about him?
He was highly agitated an hour ago. We were about to tie him down when he fell asleep. 10 minutes ago, he curled up into a fetal position. I thought he was waking up, but no.
Okay, where is he from?
I don't recognize him. Did he just arrive on the island?
He said he worked on the docks, but not with Captain Fitzroy. I think he works for Ms. Baker.
Who?
You know, the woman at the head of their gang. They call her Cat.
Oh, I see.
Me on the bed.
Do you have other questions?
What are his symptoms?
His temperature has been going down, his skin losing its color, his body rigid.
Okay.
I closed his eyes myself. They were glassing over. I didn't want them to dry out, and I couldn't bear to look at the expression on his face.
You did well. Don't worry. Let's stay professional, if you will. Show me his file.
That's not possible.
Why?
Don't tell me Dr. Fuller has taken this file as well. We need it.
That's why I called you. This man's ailment has been hidden from us.
Come on now. What was he treated for?
An intoxication, I was told. After inhaling chemicals.
Right.
That'll do for the time being.
Any idea what this man might be undergoing?
Very well. I'll examine him.
That me? That's me, isn't it?
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
You are.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color
and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
He's turning into a fish.
30-year-old subject, severe hypothermia, erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums, necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
There's something in his belly.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
Yeah, look at the bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Well, he could be.
Whatever
a judge.
This man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
No, me either. I think he's an asshole.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
He is a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
He's turning
I'm
into
sure
a baby.
You'll find an explanation.
Man baby.
You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion.
He's a fish man.
It doesn't explain his condition.
Fish man. His body is mutating.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
Fish man.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No fish man.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
Him!
I pray that it's not here.
Goldilocks!
May I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
Fishman!
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
He's a dickhead.
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Hidden files are proof.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office. What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Keep stumm.
An unknown medicine. Judging by the other ones, it causes heavy side effects.
So he's doing this to all these patients in here. He's turning them into fishmen.
Chronic insomnia. Like half the island.
Which is why they're taking the sleeping tablets, right? Hello, everybody.
Hay fever. What's he doing here?
No, I'm still waiting on the capture card. They're basically testing it at the moment. See whether it is faulty,
please.
and it is faulty.
My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands.
We saved a man. Yay. Yeah, it will come through soon. We'll get it sorted. It will be sorted.
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
All right, mate.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
The one that hides the smuggling business.
Oh no, not them. They don't go on that side of the island. Everyone in his place. The captain on one side, Cat on the other, and me. Well, I've been to the whaling station, I have.
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
They are going to replace it.
Passed out.
I just have to wait.
Mrs. Sanders?
Mrs. Sanders
Why
is
did
here.
nobody tell me about her admission?
File describes a state in which Irene Sanders entered the Riverside Institute. As well as the treatments administered to her, Fuller added a handwritten note. He recommends to take her down to psychiatric wing in order to provide her with the quiet and rest she needs. Is this in the past or the future?
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
With the fish's kidney. Ooh.
What is the boiler room key doing here? The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room.
Just take it.
Not where I expected to find it.
I'll just take the big key to the boiler room. What if I want it?
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors.
Lovely.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Cthulhu. Just saying. Right, mate.
Dr. Colden, here you are at last. This patient was again brought up to the psychiatric wing. We've been following the treatment you prescribed, but the dysgeusia persists and he's lost a great deal of weight. We haven't been able to move him. The stress makes him hyperallergic.
Sir, I am going to examine you. Do you understand? Inject him with a dose of pentobarbital, intramuscular, so that I can conduct the clinical examination.
Okay.
He bit his lips so much, they're still bleeding. White froth, evidently because of such drooling. His binds left bloody wounds.
So, Doctor, what should we do with this patient?
Those basement brutes tied him up too tight, and now he's hurt.
I keep trying to heal his wounds, but he reopens them.
Do you have a diploma as a nurse?
Excuse me?
So take care of this man.
Get wrecked. Take care of the patient. It's the officer. Hello, Officer Barbrady.
Ethan.
Marie,
What are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see.
You'd be surprised.
It's like I'm turning mad.
So many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Dr.
Sounds
Walker is
like a
suffering from
pedo.
nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
No. Hello.
Dr. Colden.
Hello, nurse. Okay, so I need to sneak into his office.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
Right.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Uh-oh.
I saw him, yes. It's always the same thing. They bring them up, without any explanation, with a multitude of self-inflicted injuries. We take care of the wounds, and then they leave. Each time, I feel like I'm sending them back to hell.
You are.
Their affliction is not our responsibility. You cannot save everybody, Doctor.
This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Right, Edward Pierce. Okay, so now we're in the past. Okay, so this is...
In theory, this is where we hang the key to the boiler room. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Boiler room key's back that way. We bloody found it. We need to get it again. Back this way. It's over here in the drawer.
The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it.
Okay, so we can't pick that up yet.
This place draws you in and never lets you go.
A security unit.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning.
Oh, that's shit.
I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Come now. Don't let that witch sap your morale.
Never do
We're
it.
lacking in qualified personnel, and she knows it. Her petty punishments won't last forever.
I'm trying, Doctor. I'm trying. It's just that sometimes I imagine she shuts down the water herself, just for the pleasure of harassing me.
Probably does.
Her time is much too precious for these kind of petty games.
Anyway, I've learned my lesson. I'll hold my tongue next time.
Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
We're gonna fix the water or something? Sorting out all the bloody problems in this place. On my mechanic now as well. Where does that pipe go? This way.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
Sure? Because we just said we'd fix it.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
Say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Hey, Zaris. Welcome. Doing alright, thank you very much. Okay, administration. There's something useful in here, right? Bit empty in here. Reference book of medical sciences. Ah, so we can't actually like increase our medical knowledge. Okay. Oh, there is someone in here.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Oh, that's...
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody
lady.
goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Oh, cranky bitch. Distract Donovan, cut off the water. Okay. So to do that, we have to go in the boiler room.
The door to the boiler room is locked. Where did I see that key? Ah, yes. The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Yeah, so we've got to get the key, cut the water off. Hey, Dapto! The call of Cthulhu? No, Cthulhu's calling us. We gave Cthulhu our number the other day, and he hasn't called back yet.
The key to the boiler room.
I think he stood me
All
up.
I have to do is shut off the water, and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Right, boiler room, boiler room. She's a witch. May we burn her? She turned me into a newt. I got better. Come on, use your strength.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Don't ask me. I'm not your tool. Okay, so we need to find something. We find something.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
I like how there's cupboards to hide in, but I don't think we actually have to hide in anything. Okay, I didn't really see anything around. Something, right? Nice warm fireplace. Alright, no worries, man. See you soon.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's temperamental,
What a
if I
pest.
understand correctly.
It's so unfair. Everybody says it.
Aha, what about in here?
An old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
Okay, I need to find something.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Ah! Got it. Monkey wrench. You right, mate? How's it going? Right, shut off the water. No, it doesn't really look up to standards, does it? I don't think CQC would...
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
Okay, go back to Elizabeth. Okay, so we're pissing Elizabeth off. She's going to go shout at her.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective
Go
plumbing.
shout at the woman.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Okay. She gone?
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
Hey. So, we're now in his office. Close the door. No one's going to notice.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle. I've unlocked something.
Oh, that was...
Patient files. I was right.
No way. I was literally just mucking about with it. And apparently Sarah Hawkins' interview. Cylinder was hidden inside Philo's office. It recorded thoughts about one of the psychoanalysis sessions he submitted to Sarah Hawkins. Okay. I mean, surely if we put it in and play it, he's going to hear it, right? Okay. Best puzzle, easy puzzle.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos.
The mythos, okay. Oh.
Why is Ethan on medication?
That comes with her exceptional gifts.
That shoe. A bloody shoe.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presume
This
that
finger
her
belonged to a
blood was
woman.
taken,
Why keep it here?
but I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him.
Right.
I presume that he will will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Are you now?
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings.
Oh.
In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Hidden in plain sight. Okay. The shoe!
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection. I must go back to the basement.
Yeah.
I should go another way.
Okay, give me a second. Okay, basement. Basement time. Yeah, my evil German scientist. Why is it with the Germans always being portrayed as evil German scientists? Why can't they be nice people? Is this where we find Pierce? I'm going to assume this is where she finds Pierce. Whoa. That's a lot of blood. And there's no guards. There's a nice hat. Lovely. Jeez. Hello, Dr. Fuller.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
Thank you. Is that game over? No, it's not game over.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around.
That's Drake.
Slowly. Talk, filthy thief! Oh, I swear I'll shoot!
Okay. Was Charles
Take
Hawkins?
a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead!
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book. Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
Marie Colden.
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we?
Okay.
Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
The Necronomicon?
Dr. Colden.
Shit, that's a bad book to read.
She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Okay. Yeah, sure,
All right.
mate.
All right. I might need you after all.
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go. Rescue the doctor.
I will.
Thank you, Drake.
Thank you. Crazy man who pointed a gun at me. Broom, 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 broom. Hey, Raven. Wow, that's... Chapter 9, Riverside Institute. The brook projected Pierce into the body of Dr. Colden. The detective watched helplessly as Bradley's friend carried out her inquiry. Confronted with the experiments of Fuller, she got into his office and discovered that the director of Riverside Institute was hiding information on, if not the body of, Sarah Hawkins. But she was discovered by Fuller. Pierce must save her before it's too late. Dun dun dun! Back into the crazy nut house again. Loading screen. What's this game about? It's basically watch it from the beginning. I highly recommend it. But a detective gets hired to investigate a man's daughter's death. Turns out death wasn't so much of a murder, or wasn't so much of an accident so much as it was a murder. And then occult shit starts happening, and yeah, I'd watch it if I were you. It's good. I'm enjoying it.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
Aha. Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 1. Aha. Diary of Reverend Whitworth's wife. Her husband John built the first Hawkins home, called Hilltop, at the end of the 17th century. They're among the first white colonists of the island. The previous inhabitants disappeared mysteriously 3 centuries earlier.
An old diary.
Will you read the book? Hell yes! A collection of catalogues and classifies creatures I've never heard of. Divinities from the stars, creatures capable of traversing from one dimension to another. Okay, so yeah, we've read that. Okay, so we're learning more and more about the mysteries of the island, basically.
What the... Fuller, too.
Was it Fuller's using these? The hell?
Right. Enough time wasted. Colden needs me. I must find her.
Of course, we're sneaking past more guards again, aren't we? Of course we are. Of course we are. Anyway, I'm going to leave it here for tonight. It's getting pretty late. I'm going to carry this on really soon. Weekend plans have been discovered. Excellent. Yeah, I'll be carrying this on really soon. I'm really enjoying this. So, obviously, I'm going to be streaming it. So, I'll let you guys know in advance. Probably Friday, I'll carry this on. I don't know how much I've got left, actually. I might not have that much left. But we'll see. So, thank you so much for watching. And obviously, I'll see you all again really soon. And if you're watching on the live stream, good night and goodbye. Bye. Thanks for coming, Potato. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. Bye.